welcome to the History Lord. You join me here today and I'm actually walking up Highgate Hill. And as a local, I know this hill quite well, and it is very steep. It's a 1 in 11 gradient, and well, it's very tiring walking up here, especially on a hot day like today. If only there was another way to get up the hill. Well, back in 1884 there was, and here's the story. Oh, forgive me, but there we are. Right, let's tell you about this, shall we? Now, the Highgate Hill cable car was the first cable car in Europe. It was opened in 1884, and it was built using the technology that was first pioneered in San Francisco. In the 1860s and 70s, there was a boom in horse tramway construction, not just in England, but all over the world. Cable haulage had been used in Great Britain since the 1830s, especially in coal mines and on some sections of passenger railways. San Francisco saw the first successful cable tramway opened, and it was opened by a Londoner. It was actually named Andrew Smith Halliday, and that was opened in 1873. It was Halliday's technology that was used on the Highgate Hill cable tramway. In 1881, a company was incorporated called the Steep Grade Tramways and Works Company Limited, and one of the directors being a chap called William Booth Scott, who was a chief surveyor for St Pancras Borough Council. And to build the Highgate Hill tramway from Archway all the way up to South Grove, they issued 6,000 shares at £5 per share, and the prospectus was endorsed by Sir Sidney Waterlow. He was a local resident and actually gave his name to a local park. More of that elsewhere on the channel. The Highgate Hill system was designed by William Eppenheimer, and he designed the pioneering Clay Street Hill Railroad and also created the grip that was used on the San Francisco cable cars. It was on the 29th of May 1884, just get my dates right, that the Highgate Hill cable car was opened. It was opened by the Lord Mayor of London at the time, and that was Sir Robert Fowler, and it was taken over by the Highgate Hill Tramway Company. The line itself linked the busy horse tram terminus at Archway Tavern with Highgate Village on top of the hill. As mentioned earlier, it was a gradient of 1 in 11, which was far too steep for horse-drawn trams or horse-drawn buses. The depot and the cable winding house, which were sadly demolished in 1983, were near the brow of the hill, behind numbers 6 to 8 Highgate High Street. And the moving cable, which had a speed of 6.5 miles an hour, was powered by a large steam-powered stationary engine in a winding house, whose tall chimney was a feature of the Highgate skyline. It was in 1909 that the London County Council decided to purchase the Highgate Hill Cable Car Company and actually amalgamate it into the actual tram system of London. Now, to do this, they had to do a little bit of accounting, and because of the fact that it was halfway up the hill and some of it was owned by Middlesex County Council, or the actual property was owned by Middlesex County Council, they had to do some jiggery-pokery, so they bought the whole company for £13,099, and then they re-leased the last 400 yards at the top of the hill for Middlesex County Council for £6,377. So a lot of money back then, and it was amalgamated into the London County Council Tramways. But there you go. The cable cars themselves were sold off for scrap and sadly no longer available, not even in a museum. So there you go. Europe's first cable car system was here in leafy Highgate as it was back then. So that's the story. Thanks for watching. We do hope you enjoy these videos. Bless you, James. Oh,
thank you.
There you go, hay fever James sitting behind the camera. Speaking of James, if you want to see what he does outside the videos, then have a look at his YouTube and TikTok channel called Last Line Films. It's also the name of his website, and my website is historylord.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching. Do you want some antihistamines?
Yes, please.
Chemist just down the road. We'll see you later. Take care.